私が必要だね。
何をやってもいいんでしょ。
俺とタイマン張るなんて肝が据わってんな。
A few days ago I was challenged to do DVEX8 with only 4-star guards. At the time I was playing the challenge mode, so I finished that first, but now I'm all free, so let's give it a try. I don't think it's particularly hard, but it is interesting, because unlike higher rarity with 4 stars, you don't really have the nuclear ops that can take care of big problems. If all the robots start walking, even if I bring every 4-star guard, I still won't be able to win. So we need to destroy all the robots before they wake up, while handling all the trash, and DPSing down the boss, because we can't let the boss move too much. If it gets to the usual tile where I DPS it, these tiles are just horrible for guards. We have one here, this is for example where I can place a ring, and I can't use the range tiles or anything else. So I need to kill it on some earlier tile before it gets to there, while killing all the robots. An interesting question, so let's see what we can do. You might remember in the 4 stars 4 operator run, I used Cutter to kill 2 of the sleeping robots. This isn't worth it here. We have better operators to kill robots, and Cutter is really the only one that can DPS the boss properly. So she rushes him right at the start, using the safe spot under him. The bows still do a bunch of damage to her, but Hummus will come into tank. Might look like it makes more sense to face him to the bottom, so he can hit the bow under him, but we want him facing to the left. The gentle laugh taps he gives to that robot will help us later. And Matuimaru is there to get hit by the boss AoE. We want Matuimaru to die so we can get her attack speed. B-Hunter dodges the explosion, and then damages the mob a bit. This will allow Wu Xiaohei to look like a real operator for about 20 seconds. And the Rin is deployed last. We want to make sure we have a lot of operators, so Rin can do his thing. He needs to survive 2 explosions, and he has among the least health from all my operators. Utage kills the robot, and Jackie takes B-Hunter's spot from earlier. Wu Xiaohei successfully killed 2 enemies. We spam Matuimaru to DPS the robot, and we're just waiting for her to die. Once she dies, she gets a bunch of attack speed, and then she can properly DPS the robot. There's nothing much for Cutter to do here, and I don't want to use her for one enemy, so we wait for B-Hunter. Mused can solo a robot, so she was deployed really late. She's one of the fastest robot killers. So Utage was more important, so we can have her back up for the second robot in the corner. We need to time Utage's deploy with the boss explosion, so she will have enough damage to kill it. To that end, we retreat operators we don't need to increase the damage on Utage to just the right amount. We leave her with barely any health that way, and she gets to kill the robot in 1s2 without any other help. I don't see a point in retreating B-Hunter here because I don't trust Jackie. My lack of trust was vindicated. Arin couldn't kill the robot in just 2 S2 casts, he needs 3 of them, that's why he is back there. And why we retreated him earlier even before his Q finished. Cutter does some damage to the boss and kills the last one here. Once all that's done, even if Jackie didn't dodge there, we have replacements. We are now preparing for the kill. Quartz and Wu Xiaohei are deployed first because we're okay with damaging them. Matuimaru, we even want her to take damage so she can get her attack speed faster, to maximize the damage we get out of her. We obviously won't use Utage in the first phase, we need her for later. Hummus is there for the bows, and to tank the explosion a bit. We don't want any damage on Moose, we want Moose to live as long as possible in the second phase, and we don't use any skills. The boss defense isn't all that high, so they just beat it to death. Now, we only use Quartz S1. Wu Xiaohei does bonus damage if the boss is under 50% health, and Matuimaru needs to die once to get her full damage. That's why we're waiting. There we go, now she attacks much faster, can get way more attacks in those 15 seconds. We retreat Moose because she's about to run out of health, and deploy Utage right as the attack is starting, that way it flies over her. Sadly Quartz dies, That's to be expected, but I forgot to retreat her. Regardless, the boss is down, and the Rin is set up to kill the melee robot. He obviously can't do it, but he'll soften it up for other operators to finish. Now, Big Hunter can tank the robot reasonably enough, but I don't want to deal with the punching attack. And there's nothing left that Cutter will do much damage to. So we drop her on the robot to eat the punch. Because the punch can actually kill Big Hunter if we get unlucky. It will take a couple punches for her to die, so it's 60% dodge. She lasts a while. I remember that the punch is probably up. So we use up the punch first and then deploy Utage. She still doesn't last all that long. That robot is kind of dangerous in melee. I think I would have gotten more damage if I deployed her on the tile above and just faced her down. Like, the robot moves pretty slowly. I can block it with something else. Can Quartz finish the robot on 1 health? Go, Quartz, go! Nope. How about Jackie? My trust in Jackie has been vindicated. And that just leaves one robot with a ton of DP. It's all over. I'll now leave you to Quartz so she can give you depression.
This is worth celebrating. When we get back to Rhodes Island, we won't have to eat my cooking anymore.